And joining me now on the Buckmaster Show Live Line, Ali Farhang, well-known Tucson attorney, minority owner of the Tucson Sugar Skulls indoor football team. Mr. Farhang, of course, is the founder and chairman of the board for the Nova Home Loans Arizona Bowl, which would be staged New Year's Eve afternoon, featuring Georgia State University and the University of Wyoming. Ali, how are you, sir?
Mr. Buckmaster, it's an honor to be on your show. I'm great. How are you?
Doing very well. Do you like this matchup that you've got?
I love the matchup, and we worked really hard with negotiating with ESPN and the conferences to get precisely the matchup we wanted. Other than being two very good football teams, and I will tell you that Wyoming went into Missouri and beat them at their home field, and Georgia State went into Knoxville, Tennessee, and beat the University of Tennessee.
Wow.
So the winner of this game could rightfully say they're the third best team in the SEC. So other than being great games, they're going to bring a lot of fans. Wyoming sold out of all their tickets in 3 days. Georgia State is still selling their tickets. We look for a really festive and energetic atmosphere at the tailgate and at University of Arizona Stadium on December 31st, and thereafter at the University of Arizona Bowl Bash, where we finally, there's two questions, Bill, that people always ask in Tucson. The first question is it going to rain? And the second question is, what are you doing on New Year's Eve? Well, we answered that second question for everybody. So we're going to have our own Times Square, drop a taco, lots of festivities for all the whole family in downtown Tucson on December 31st. And, I really believe that a community that celebrates together thrives together. And this game, the events around it, really displays the best of us. It shows that we are a vibrant, energetic, and just hospitable community. So it really, I think, does a lot just outside of the context of a pigskin.
Well, I'm so glad you pushed for this bowl. I remember when I came to town in 1988, the Copper Bowl was just launching, and I went to some of the Copper Bowl games, and there were some pretty good games there. I remember Kansas State University came to town, practically filled one side of the stadium, but there were some good games, but then the Copper Bowl went away. There was no reason why Tucson, Arizona, Ali, shouldn't have a prominent bowl, and you've moved this thing now up in the bowl hierarchy. So you've got an afternoon setting on New Year's Eve. It's good. It's a good deal. You've got CBS Sports involved, and it's very good for the community.
Well, thank you, Bill. I mean, one of my jobs is to make this an enduring and sustainable tradition in Tucson, where people feel like they need to be out there because this game and the events around it is about us, it's by us, and it's for us. Nobody owns this. We own it as a community. And, you said it, like, this is one of those things where, we have a game where all net proceeds go to local charities, and we're the only bowl game that does that in the country.
Really?
And a lot of the bowl games now, if you watch TV, it's all about TV programming. We're about much more than TV programming. We're about the community, about showing the best. And if you think about it, 6 years ago, we had lost baseball, and I think that Tucson, frankly, lost a little bit of its soul when baseball left.
Yeah.
And then since that time, we brought the bowl game back. We made it more of a community event for the community. And then now we have professional soccer. We have the Roadrunners with hockey. We have the Tucson Sugar Skulls, a professional football team. And I'm sure I'm leaving. We have the ice rink downtown. Looks better than it's ever looked before. I like to believe part of the tapestry of our community and it's the vibrant nature of it. And Sun Corridor is your sponsor, attracting businesses and other communities to come to Tucson. I feel like this game is part of it. So I encourage everybody to come to the game and celebrate together. And, if it looks great on TV, we control the time of day of the game. The sun will always be out during this game because that's one of the best attributes of our community.
Yeah.
So come out to the game, fill the stands, and, people have noticed. People have noticed what this game looks like compared to other bowl games that, again, are just, frankly, TV programming.
And if you've got so many events, it's so much family stuff planned. You've got the special New Year's Eve festivities after the game, and it's really, this is a true community get together, tailgate before the game, then after the game downtown. You got all the bases covered this year, Ollie.
Thank you. The tailgate is, I think last year we had our game, it was at 11, and we really wanted it on a Saturday, and I think that we paid the price a little bit. We continue to learn. Our first game was at 6 o'clock, so we're like, I asked people, what can we do better? It's like, well, make sure the sun's out. Done. Last year, the tailgate wasn't it wasn't as big because it was early in the morning, and, it's colder earlier in the morning. But now we have the game at 2:30, so tailgate starts at 10 a.m., but, really people start coming in at noon. If you own a business, hey, let them have a half a day off. Let them go to the festivities. We'll have bands. There'll be a charitable village. You'll see all of the different charities that are part of our community represented there. It'll be a lot of fun. Everything else that goes with the tailgate, great food, great, soda pops, alcoholic beverages, whatever your preference is. And then 2:30, we kick off with the game. We have a great game, and then, take the party from the game downtown. And so there's a lot of things. This is a family-friendly event. We really wanted to build something, again, that's a tradition. I want everybody in Tucson to feel like, what are we doing December 31st? The answer is we're going to the bowl game and to the New Year's Eve party after, and then we're going to plan our skiing or our family vacation around that. But if we're doing our job, really, people need to feel like this is Tucson. This is Tucson's game. This is Tucson's event.
Yeah,
and it's about more than one person, Bill.
It's not just the corporate sponsors, which have been so great. I mean, Sun Corridor Inc. has been wonderful involved with this. All the corporate sponsors, but I'll tell you, it's the people that have really, really got in the trenches here and made this thing possible. And I'm just wondering, where do you go from here? What is the future of this bowl look? As I mentioned early in the interview, you're moving up in the bowl hierarchy, and there are a lot of bowls, and this bowl is moving up.
Yeah, I think that it's continuing to build that tradition I'm talking about, where people really feel like it's their game and part of their identity and feel a need to be there. So, you can't, I'm a football coach in my spare time at a local high school, South Point. So it's hard for me to say this, but it's about so much more than just football. And just continuing to get that message out. Next year, we start a new contract with the Mountain West Conference and the Mid-American Conference, and they have teams all in the Midwest, Miami of Ohio, Toledo, Central Michigan, et cetera, where we get to pick one of the top 2 or 3 teams from each conference. So we're going to have, where does it go? You're either getting, here's my football cliche of the day for you. You're either getting better or you're getting worse. There's no staying the same. So where do we go? We get better at every aspect of what we're doing. We get more sponsorships. We sell more tickets.
Yep.
We give more back to charity, which is near and dear to our title sponsor's heart, John Volpe at Nova Home Loans, who's one of the biggest philanthropists anywhere. So that's what we do. We get better in every aspect. And, if you've ever been a Tucson native and you've ever complained there's nothing to do in Tucson, well, open your door.
There you go.
Because I'm really gonna have to think about revoking your Tucson card. You keep saying that, but you're not going anywhere.
All right. Ali Farhang, thank you so much. Good luck with the bowl, and thanks for everything you do in our community. I very much appreciate it.
I really appreciate you. Thank you for having me on your show, Bill.
Thanks a lot, Ali. This has been our CEO interview series presented by Sun Corridor Inc. I encourage you to check out their website, suncorridorinc.com. It's Buckmaster in the Green Things Zocalo Village studio. Be right back.